Hey, I'm Amber Ambrose, and this is the Tarot Love Letter for the week of October 7th. You can go to amberambrose.com to book a private reading or see what events I've got coming up this week. On Wednesday, October 9th, I have Tarot Bingo at Star Sailor. That's going to start at 7, but you need to get there a little bit early to get your card, and probably you're going to want to buy some food and drink as well. And then on Friday, I'll be at Hotel Zaza. There will be complimentary tarot readings in Monarch, their restaurant and bar, and I'd love to see you there between 7 and 9 p.m. All right, let's go into the reading. Let's close our eyes and take a deep breath. All right, we're going to start with some very interesting cards that are very similar to last week's cards. We have 2 out of 3 cards that are exactly the same as last week. So this tells me it's a continuation of whatever was going on last week. It's bleeding into this week. So we have the 7 of Cups. And the deck that I used last week, this is referred to as Choose Wisely. So as you can see, this person has an array of options in front of them. Some are real, some are imagined. It can be a card about illusions and fantasy. It can be a card about your emotions sort of running rampant and giving you all these thoughts that might not be real. But in this, I'm going to go back to the sense of choose wisely. This is knowing yourself. This is finding ways to get grounded, understanding how to choose in a way that's fair to you and to others, and in a way that's not. I feel like this card comes up a lot when, well, this will make sense when I show you the other cards. When people have a pattern or a history or of just being a little paranoid or worried about others hurting them, they can kind of make all these scenarios up, or they, meaning me too, we can make all these scenarios up in our mind about like what someone else is doing to us to hurt us, and it's really 100% in our imagination and not reality. So it's about kind of getting a grip on reality and choosing from a place of that. And we have the Hierophant again, and last week this came up as well. These are the 2 cards that came up, and the Hierophant in that deck was about wisdom. This is about learning from the hard school of life. This is wisdom. I think is knowledge that we gain through actual experience, through going through things. And last week I was thinking about the communities that had been impacted by Helene, and man, it's a really, really, really hard, tragic lesson to go through. But when you go on the other side of that, or you come out on the other side of that, it really feels like you've reached another level of resiliency, of community. There are some good things about it. So I do believe knowing what is real and what your mind is making up out of this old protective mechanism will help you choose more wisely. And you do have the wisdom. You've lived through this before. This is not news. This is something that is an old pattern. You're aware of this. You've already learned that lesson. You've already gotten the key to that door. Just recognizing it is so important. All right, finally, we have Ace of Wands. Fresh start. Thank goodness. A fresh start, a new spark, turning over a new leaf. Really just feeling, I think, inspired, kind of losing the weight of whatever that is, overcoming it, coming through it, gives us this new ability to move forward with energy and just like, okay, that's done. Let's move forward. And interestingly enough, it might actually have to do with a romantic relationship. I got the twin flame card. I actually hate that term. I hate the idea of a twin flame. So I was kind of like, ugh. But anyway, we don't have to get into that right now. But I think it could be about a romantic relationship or a partnership that you're in, that, you know, the framework for some of these choosing wisely, having learned from experience, and like actually kind of turning over a new leaf. And finally, I pulled another card because I hate twin flame and the phrase twin flame and the idea of twin flame so much that I had to pull another card because I was like, come on, y'all, I got to get something different in here. Let it go. Whatever is coming up, it's probably, again, just from a sense of wanting to feel like you're protecting yourselves by coming up with these fake scenarios that don't really exist out of an emotional, I don't know, flare up, if you want to call it that. You're wiser than that. You know what to do. You've lived through this before. And if you want a fresh start, what do you got to do? Let go of the old, outdated thinking. Let go of the old patterns of trying to protect yourself and catastrophizing things that aren't real. Because if it's a real partnership, twin flame or not, it's worth it. And some of you, it might be like, you're getting out of a partnership and it's a fresh start for you and the other person. And it's time to let it go. I guess we'll know what applies to you or me, or whoever's watching this as the week goes on. I love you all. Hope you know that you are loved, you are supported, and you are worthy. And you're welcome to go to amberambrose.com at any time that you would like.